Yo, this weather, yo. I hate this weather. Hope it all goes to hell.
What's going on, guys? Logan JYA here with the boy SPK Ball Pit, the best housemate in the universe, my boy Brody, who's got a weather forecast for us. This deck is bizarre as can be, but he ended up topping locals with it, so we're going to get on into it. And we're going to do matchups at the end before we do. Brody, any shout-outs you want to give?
I'm going to give a shout-out to, obviously, Logan for letting me borrow half of his card pool forever and always, and Glue specifically. So Ryan Glue at the hobby shop specifically for letting me borrow part of my extra deck here. So we're going to start off with 3 copies of Weather Painter Snow. This card is the bread and butter of the deck. It's going to kind of activate all your spells. Not even activate, it's going to place all your spells, so it can't be like anti-spelled or anything like that. You can't get screwed over by those cards. Generally the best normal summon in the deck. Then we're going to have 3 copies of Weather Painter Thunder. This is the second best normal summon. It's going to send one of your spells to get another.
Right.
It's a way to kind of get rid of the spells you don't want for the better ones.
Yep.
There's actually a card later on that I'll mention that is normally used with this. Then we'll have 2 copies of Weather Painter Cloud. This is the one that when you link summon with your spells using the field spell, it can bring them back and kind of set up the rest of your play.
Got it.
Then you have 1 copy of Aurora.
Know what you do?
This one, it's basically this card. So it's basically Stow on normal summon, but it protects your spells from destruction.
Okay.
And can also tag out like the rest of them.
God. Okay. How much attack you got?
2,200.
Nice.
And then
All right.
for the rest of the spells, we've got 3 copies of the field spell here.
This card's insane.
This card is absolutely ridiculous. It is an extra normal summon. It lets you link with your spells and traps, which is just...
And they have good link monsters, right?
Yes, absolutely. Both Link 3s, they're both Link 3s. They're both very good, and I'll talk about them more once we get to the extra deck. And we've got 3 copies of the Snowy Campus. This is the Rhoda of the deck.
Yep.
It gives the monsters the effect to banish themselves for the purpose of Rhoda-ing your entire deck. You can search the field spell with it. You can search any of the other traps, spells and traps. You can search any of the monsters. 1 copy. These are all going to be one-ofs here. Yep. So 1 copy of the Weather Painter. This is going to be the Rainy Canvas.
Sure.
This is a spell and trap bounce
Got it.
for both fields. I believe it's both.
Do you ever find yourself bouncing your own stuff?
Yes, quite often. Actually, I end up bouncing Skill Drain quite a bit.
Oh, nice.
To use my own effects on my turn. Now for the traps, for the archetype, we've got 2 copies of Thunder Canvas. This is a damage step bounce.
Yeah. It's like
Which
kind of mid.
is-
It's good in Duel Links.
Very good to get around certain problem cards. It's really good against things back in the day like Dragoon,
Yep.
things that are unaffected by stuff, basically.
Right.
And then 1 copy of Rainbow Canvas, which is
The negate,
tag
right?
out.
Oh, it's a
No,
tag
this
out.
is a
okay.
tag out. So oftentimes you use this in the monster effect of this in response to things like Feather Duster and stuff to protect your spells and traps.
Got it.
Other than that, pretty small engine. You don't really want to see these cards in your hand. You're more setting them from the deck.
Yeah, you just want to grab them out.
Yep.
As you need
On
them.
to the non-archetypal stuff, obviously. 3 copies of D-Shifter.
Yeah,
This card's
woohoo.
crazy. Probably shouldn't be at 3.
Yeah, let's ban
All
it.
things considered, your monsters banish themselves for cost to do anything.
Yeah, you
anyway,
literally
so
don't
you really
care
don't
about this
care
card.
about your graveyard. 3 copies of Ash Blossom.
Yep.
It's just good. 3 copies of Droll.
Oh, it's crazy
fuck
right now.
Drytron specifically.
Oh my god,
And
help me.
any deck that searches cards, and 2 copies of Moonlit Chill are gonna kind of round out. They're like imperm, but a little less good. And also they're pretty decent in time, all things considered.
That's true.
They're
So
also just an extra negate. If you end up having to go second, they're nice to keep in.
we got 11 hand traps. Not bad.
11 hand traps. I'd like to run a 3rd Chill, but there's not really a whole lot of space unless I want to go to like 44. Right
Understandable.
now, I think this deck is 42 at the moment.
Got it. Good to know.
Then we've got spells, 3 copies of Pot of Extravagance. I wish these were Prosperities
So
because
you'd play Prosperity instead.
I would play Prosperity instead if I had them. Extravagance is completely fine in this deck. You don't really use your extra deck outside of the normal monsters or your access codes to kill people.
Right.
The field spell basically makes guaranteed access code from any 2 spells. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
2 copies of Valhalla,
Oh, free special summon from hand,
Hall
right?
of the Fallen. Yep, all of the monsters are fairies. So this, what you would do, actually, the ideal way to do this is to activate this,
Yeah.
summon a Thunder,
Okay.
use the Thunder by sending the continuous spell.
Yeah.
And then use it to directly activate one of your weather cards.
Oh, that's not bad. That's
so if
cheeky.
you open this plus Thunder, you get a guaranteed full combo, basically.
That's pretty good.
Then you get into Snowy Canvas, which lets you get the field spell, which lets you do all your other stuff.
Yeah, things get crazy when we get the extra deck, too. Y'all see.
And then we have 1 copy of Terraforming,
right,
because 4th copy of the field spell. The field spell is probably the best card in the archetype. Then we'll go Traps. Best card in the deck. Skill Drain right here. This card is crazy. You can activate all your monsters under it because they banish for cost. You tell your opponent no. You don't tell yourself no. Obviously, you wouldn't just not play that. 3 copies of Dimensional Barrier. I think I opened this card every single game other than the one against my first round today.
We have 11 hand traps in here as well as triple Skill Drain, triple D Barrier. This is already horrifying.
There is a lot of cards that say no in here.
All right, keep going.
And then a single copy of Macrocosmos.
Yeah, because why not?
You could also probably run a D-Fissure if you wanted to go up to 43.
But Macro's better. You can chain it.
Exactly.
All right, beautiful. Let's see that extra deck. Show me that extra.
So the extra deck is going to be 3 copies of the Weather Painter Rainbow. This is an Omni Negate.
Yeah, this card is this is the negate.
This is can in theory be 3 Omnis and an inherent summon negation on board on its own. It's kind of really good.
Yeah, no, that is one of the main bosses. What else we got?
It's also free to summon off of this.
Right.
This is the Moonbow. This is a quick effect banish till end of turn on your opponent's cards.
Right.
Which is how you kind of break boards, and then when it dies, you can bring this back out, which is a free inherent negation.
F that. See, so let me just say this real quick. When this deck gets started, it's like too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, once you get going, you kind of just lose the matchup already. If you can stop the deck before it gets started, it is kind of hard for the deck to recover. But once, if I end up, like on my first turn, for example, if I end up with this plus 2 names banished,
you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Probably, it's hard to win the game at
this
that
is
point.
Chain Beat, but it became an archetype.
It's a good description, yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Then we got 2 copies. You're going to see a lot of doubles here.
Because
2
the
copies
Extrav,
of Masquerena for the Extrav and Prosperity in the future, hopefully. This is a really easy level or link 2 to go into, and then it can also link away into this. Your Unicorns, which are just an interruption, or your Avermax, which can act as a pseudo-boss monster in the event you don't see your skill drains or these.
Right. I like this extra deck so far. It's so clean.
And then for your Zeus package, obviously you have the 1 Fortune Tune, which is just easy to protect yourself.
Zeus.
The 1 Downard, and the single copy of Zeus. Like I said, I wish they were Prosperities instead of Extravs because I end up banishing this card more than any other card in the deck, which is kind of unfortunate because it takes away the 2 Mat Zeus, but you still get the 1 Mat with this, so it's not a huge deal.
Got it. No access code?
So there should be. It is currently in another deck. It would be the 2nd copy of this with Prosperities.
Got it. So
the access code.
So the Avermax would be the access code.
A single Avermax and an access code, yes.
All right, got it.
Quick overview of the side deck. It was generally hand traps. I ran Nibiru's, Lancias, because I got tired of getting banished by Cash this entire format, and other random miscellaneous floodgates that did things.
And probably some spell and trap removal too, right? So we'll say triple Cosmic.
It was triple Cosmic and triple Cosmic Feather Dust or double Lightning Storm.
Perfect.
Is what I played on the day of.
There we go. All right. So matchups real quick.
So first round I played Logan actually, because we always seem to play each other. It was Drytron. I kind of got cooked by a Lancia game 2, or game 1 I think.
Guilty.
And I can't play under Lancia, which is funny because I can play under Skill Drain. Game 2 I played against Heroes. They made Darklaw game 1 and I kind of looked at it and went, okay, neat. And then I just kind of out-controlled. Round 3 I played Flunderies. My deck is just arguably better Flunderies if they don't get to normal summon. Also, Skill Drain, like, literally FTKs that deck. So I opened Skill Drain twice, and they just kind of couldn't play. And then the 3rd round, I played Exo Sisters against my boy Bobby. Kind of sad to see that he had to lose there, because we were both doing pretty well. That matchup is also kind of free if you activate Skill Drain. So
Right.
Skill Drain is by far the best card in this deck, and probably won me most of my games.
Gotcha.
So...
Well, Brody, pleasure as always, my friend, and we will catch you all later. YuGiOh, sign off. Have a great day. We'll see you people later. Peace.